and welcome to a very late start for Nanteleod's Legacy. This is a game of Pendragon, and we're gonna try our best to do a quick memory recap on what happened at the beat. But let's do some quick intros. Wergar, tell us about you.
Hey guys, Warlord here, playing Cercalis. Good to be back and ready to continue the story.
Awesome. We'll skip over Drax. We'll go to Bert.
Hey guys, Bert, playing Sir Cormac, who has just gifted my valorous cousin the Saka of someplace at this point. I didn't even remember. Ask him about it. I'm sure he'll tell you all about it.
Bert, we gotta work on your concept of short, my friend. That was like 45 seconds. I love you, but
my bad.
Trent.
Hello, I'm the guy he said, playing Cerdic.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks. And Cyberbro.
Hello, I'm Cyberbro. I'm playing Lucius Julius Julianus. Thumbs up.
Awesome. Okay. So we did rapid fire mode because we are already short on the session, so we want to dive right in. Let's talk a little bit about what we remember from the feast. You guys are in Leo de Grance's lands, in his home castle. What do you recall about your own individual visits here? And don't worry about it, Drax. We know you're not present for this. We'll get you figured out real quick.
I'll go first. Because we just arbitrarily we met Pellinor on the way, and he turns out to be pretty cool. And I didn't quite trust him, but he made a promise that he wouldn't hurt the king, and that I would hunt him down and kill him if he did. So he's here now and checking out the king, which is great. And I petitioned the king for land on the south of Wales so I can build like a manor and hang out with my hot seal girlfriend. And then my lovely cousin gave me a big old sword with a horse on it. And everyone knows that Rhiannon is the horse god, and it doesn't have anything Christian written on it.
Fair enough. Awesome. What do you remember? We'll just pick on some folks. We'll go to Wergar. What do you remember about your feast?
Cercalis, I think, tried to introduce King Pellinor under his subsidiary name to King Nanteleod. It didn't work out. And then I think Cercalis got some more information on, I think, like small battle plans was the second round, and then the third round was I think Cercalis challenged somebody to a duel, so I think that's what he had to do.
Awesome. What do you remember about anything outstanding on yours, Carlos? Is the duel still unresolved?
Yes, it's unresolved. I think we were going to handle that this session.
Noted. And we'll go to Cormac next. Bert.
Honestly, aside from
I remember you not having a fail feast, if I recall correctly. Like you had a decent feast.
I had a very decent feast. Yeah. I apparently talked a lot. That's a lot of what that's a lot of what I did.
Yeah. That's fair.
There was a moment when I was asked what I've done. You know, what great deeds have I accomplished? And when I'm like, I really I don't do much. I'm not that type of knight. Somebody came around and went, wait, hold up. Aren't you the breaker of chains?
Yeah, I think it was Lucius. Didn't he do that for you, if I remember that? Or was it Yampa?
No, one of Rune's
Runes, yeah.
One of Rune's knights.
I
want to say it was
about it within our party. That's all I remember. I remember it was one of the player names.
Adwigan.
It could have been me. I think I was telling a story at some point.
No, I feel like it was. Rune or something that did the breaker of chains. I think you were off running around at the top.
That sounds right. Oh yeah, because Yep.
Okay, awesome. We'll go to Cyberbro. What do you remember about Lucius's?
Lucius spent his feast courting the I guess the sister of Leo DeGrance's wife. I believe her name was Gwen, or that's what we rolled for. But if her name changed, then IDK. But anyway,
It's okay. I can review that now. The video's already up on. Oh,
cool.
the video is already up on YouTube, so I'll review it for next time.
Sick.
Yeah.
So,
I'll keep track of the names and stuff.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
No. I don't mean
yeah.
that as a critique. I mean, like, I usually do that part. I didn't, so we'll get there. Awesome.
It's all good. Yep,
Okay.
just dancing with her through the night.
So, for those that were at the feast, anything left unresolved other than the duel? We know the duel.
I have to petition the king to court the unnamed lady.
Okay. So we're gonna address these things in right proper order. Drax, my friend, I need 3 rolls from you.
Alrighty.
I need a weapon skill of your choice. I need battle,
Alrighty.
and I need horsemanship.
Alright. It would be sword because that's what I had drawn on my last scene.
Okay.
Got this.
And then
Good start.
yeah, battle's an iffy one. Go either way. Alright.
Fantastic.
Yeah. See what we got here. Hey, I'll take it.
There's the hat trick, folks.
Roll a d6 for me.
A 4.
Yep, you made short work of the bandits you were fighting. You get 30 glory as you bring them to justice. You can tick just as well.
Alrighty.
And you take 4 damage in total.
Alright.
30 glory?
Thank you very much.
And it's been about 5 days, so in 2 days you'll get a healing,
Okay.
from that. Yeah.
Just but a scratch.
Yeah, and we'll assume that you've already been first aided. So that's 4
What was the tick in again? I'm trying to find it on my sheet again.
Technically, you get a tick in sword, battle, horsemanship, and just.
Okay.
If you don't have, you might have some of those already ticked. But you don't.
Yeah, sword was already ticked, but everything else wasn't, so that's good. I'll take it.
Yeah. All right. Cormac, do you remember? Call us rather. Do you remember who you're fighting and what the purpose was for that one?
I think I had pulled a card. Yeah. I don't remember. Wait. No, I don't remember.
It's okay. I faultily, rather than leaving things as is, I went and cleaned it up too quick. It doesn't matter. We're gonna resolve that duel at a high level here. So I want you to test sword or whatever weapon. Actually, it would be sword if it's a duel. Okay, you succeed, he fails. You've got to breach his armor. This will be a duel to the first blood, so please give me your damage roll. All you need is 11. Perfect. You would have done it anyways. So, yep, you draw first blood and then some because you got 13 damage on him. Let's see what his size is. 10 plus 1 for exploding. Max 15. Size 12, so he has to test his dex.
It would be a major one. If he's Kimrick, he'll have 13.
Yeah, he manages to stay up, but you deliver quite the blow. It sends him reeling backwards. you will get say, what did this knight have? 14 sword. Let's say he was kind of like a not super renowned knight, so we're gonna give you like 10 glory for it because it still put you in the limelight and such.
All right.
And you can tick sword if you don't have it.
Tick sword.
We'll fill in some of the details next time. I'll do a little bit of recap on that and make sure we get the names of these people and who they are fleshed out from what we already decided from last time. Right, so that addresses this. Shortly after the feast is actually when Sir Rain shows up. It took you a while to find the right path and find your way here, but you've arrived. Unfortunately, Rain, you're arriving, and like the army's getting ready to muster like in the next week, so you have very little rest time, unfortunately for you. But you can go up your healing rate, whatever your healing rate is. You can go up that
All right.
from whatever you're willing.
I'll have 1 point of damage left.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, and then let's do. Just gonna do a couple things here. Okay. So, are there any prior? Does anyone have anything like? Oh, okay. Or Lucius, I'm sorry, we haven't addressed your situation for the petitioning. I think this might be fun, and I'll let you decide which way you want to approach it: courtesy or orate when you address King Leodegrance.
All right, let's see what our scores are. Courtesy 11, and my orate is 13. I'll go orate.
Awesome. All right.
Okay.
So fumble is the only like real bad scenario here out of the whole scenario. Like,
Yes,
failing-
he's called it.
Yep, he just jinxed them.
It's my job as a GM to make things harder. So.
Oh, I know. That's the best way to go.
Can I please court?
Roll the dice and don't fumble. How hard is it?
All right.
Leo
Okay.
DeGrantz, you're talking
Well, it's
about.
kind of difficult, man.
It's just a
Talking
king.
to the
Don't panic.
jester.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's
success.
the king over there.
Right.
Yeah.
He's got
Lucky
this.
Lucius. Let's go. All right.
I think we should make any
I'd like to
multiple of
petition you to
fumble.
do your aunt. Wait, what? I said.
I mean,
Yeah. Okay. So, alright, it was successful. You're good. It's received like favorably. I want to go back and verify. I know it's Leo. We'll call it Leo DeGrance's kin. I don't remember the exact relationship, but we'll establish kin for now. He nods.
Okay.
And he'll look to Nanteleod and say, "Is this one of your finest?" Nanteleod looks to Lucius and says, "He's young yet, but what is Lucius famous in? What's his highest skill?"
Lucius's highest skill is energetic.
Oh,
Those are
energetic,
personality. Those are personality traits. My bad. Actually, my highest skill is orate.
All right. Interesting. What about I'm thinking about
what,
knight.
including combat skills.
Yeah. What's your highest combat skill?
I've got a 17 sword and a 15 battle.
I'll say he's young yet, but his potential is quite high. He's already very good with the sword, and his leadership skills, though untested, are well trained amongst the Romans of his kin. And Leo DeGrance nods and says, "Well, then I see no reason to get in the way of such."
Lucius thanks both kings and then bows and sees himself away. But as he turns around and then he starts like beaming, like validation. I received validation from two kings.
Yeah.
I'm a real boy.
Yeah.
Matt gives him a bit of a gulf. clap.
Awesome.
Sir Cormax over there, did you see? I'm young, but I've got potential.
How exactly old are you, Lucian?
He's a better leader than you.
Well,
I'm 23 years old. 24 this winter.
This many.
Yeah, thank
just,
you.
just wondering how long this young thing is going to keep you going for is all.
Oh, let them have it.
I should probably get new character art here in that when I turn 25.
Yeah, right. You know, it's that thing where it's like you're smart because you picked older friends, so you'll always be the youngest one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's this meme in the mixed martial arts game. This guy called Eric Silva. He's Brazilian, and like he was super potential, like had heaps of potential and really explosive and stuff. And he just never quite made it. He's like 39 now or something, and people keep being like, "Just give him time. He's young. You know, he's gonna grow into it."
Yeah.
Oh god.
He'll get.
Yeah, we get there. Yeah, exactly. He's developing.
Okay, so we're readying for the muster. We're ready. The muster is readying for marching. We're gonna just check in on a couple things and see if there's anything going on. So we'll get Bert and Wergar. Give me a D100.
All right.
See if there's any curveballs.
Is it safe to assume that I brought salt with me?
Yeah.
Can I make that salt have disappeared on the journey up?
If that's what he wants to do, I'm fine. I'm totally fine with it. I love the RP of me just, where's my salt? I know I brought it with me.
Okay. Well, you know what's great is y'all got lost in like the forest, and whoever was like carrying the salt part of that just never.
Yeah.
Squire.
That wagon got missed. Yeah. Yeah, there's a missing squire. Someone's squire went missing. Yeah, not your guys. It's just someone's.
What do you mean the spirits took my salt? What?
Yeah, I would say Sir Rain probably looks like he's definitely a dog knight right now. He's probably looking a bit grody from all the travel. Has not
What
had
is a
time to
dog?
clean up. Oh, it was from one of our early sessions. He literally first feast we had was on the floor with the dogs, and he was playing with the dogs.
Mm.
So yeah, he didn't have an issue with it. He seemed comfortable there. But
I mean,
he's also been
Cormac
called.
still like feeds
Yeah.
him and such.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Whew.
Trying to think what that might be.
26. I might update my token.
Try to age it up a little bit.
Yeah, just a touch while other people are clicking buttons.
Okay, we're gonna give this to the highest person. I'm gonna go with. I want you all to test two things. Okay. We're gonna start with. You may test reckless or energetic.
Okay. Energetic for Sir Rain.
Yeah. Choose your.
You said we test both, right?
Yeah. Nope. You're choosing which one right now.
Ah. Cool. I'm gonna go energetic.
Success.
Crit.
Nice.
Oh wow.
Very nice.
Make sure you record the glory on that.
Yep.
Okay, now we're all gonna test awareness. Sorry, no, not all. Everyone who succeeded may test awareness, or you can add a +10 for your.
Awareness plus 10.
Off by 1.
I
Plus 1 being a
failed.
cool
Wow,
guy.
I succeeded.
+10, hey?
Mm.
I made it.
Okay. So that +10 did save you a ton, but you still got the 17 glory. You were very busy very busy, deep in prayer and such. Rain, you're the highest awareness test after that energetic.
Yeah.
You are going around the castle when you first arrive here, and you kind of walk by this room with it's a room that's been closed for most of the time here. You wouldn't know that because you're recently arrived. You walk by the room and you see like the doors is creaked open a little bit, and it seems to be some sort of hall. You kind of you peer a sight inside. It sort of looks like something a little bit more fancy, and we got Yampa joining.
It's Yampa.
Let me just close this out. We should be good to go.
Oh my God, it's Yampa
Is that
time.
working?
Yeah, you're good. It was a
Yeah.
bit more what? I missed that part when the audio came in when you joined the.
No, you're all good. I'm gonna restart
Okay.
that point. So you just see something that kind of catches your eye and curiosity, and you're like, "Should I take a look?" And you do. You peer inside, and you see this magnificent looking stone carved table in the shape of like a semicircle.
All right.
Just this is craftsmanship that doesn't exist in the 5th century. Like you've never seen anything like this.
So it'd be described as almost otherworldly since you've never really seen it. It's
Yeah.
not
saying this
seeming
table
possible.
is. Are you saying this table's round?
Mm.
But half round.
Half round.
You hear someone clear their throat behind you.
Rain kind of turns around and sees who's addressing
You
whoever it is.
see King Leodegrance behind you.
Heh.
He says, how did, like, he says, that room is locked. How, he looks confused at you. Like, because you're standing, like, in the doorway of what should be a locked room. It's kind of...
Right, and so, yeah, so Rain looks like absolutely a mess, so this is actually hilarious, but... So he bows when he's addressed as he realizes who it is, and then answers the question. I was moving for the muster, and the door was creaked open, and it caught my attention. It's the stone table.
It is magnificent indeed.
I've seen nothing like this before.
It was made from stone, from Ireland. Same stones at Giant Stance. Give me a folklore +5.
Folklore. That's bad news.
There's still some, as long as you don't fumble, there's some info, but if you
Right.
there's extra info.
You said a +5.
Yeah.
I think my father fought there.
Yeah, that might
Yeah,
be an
no.
additional piece.
Oof.
You might want to double check your background after the fact, Rain. It's just not something you might recall right here in the moment. A failure, all that indicates is you know what Giant Stance is. Everyone knows what Giant Stance is. It's Stonehenge. That is the burial site of Aurelius Ambrosius, of Duke Gorlo, and King Uther Pendragon.
Okay. I mean, some of that is likely possible to be known because my family was actually tied in with Aurelius and stuff, I believe. So I'll have to go back and actually see the actual details, but all right.
Merlin had actually gifted this stone to me and suggested that I might make peace with Uther Pendragon through such a fine gift. So I thought hard about what a king might need. And I thought the king who saw his subjects as near equals might see such a table as a benefit. Unfortunately, St. Albans happened, and the gift was never given.
I see. I'm not sure what to say about that. It seems like it would have been quite the gift.
Indeed. Perhaps Nanteleod will find some use for it one day, if he finds himself to the High King.
Perhaps. He certainly has some qualities that I believe would be most notable of such a king.
He nods. Well met, Sir Knight.
Of course. Great to speak with you, King Leodegrance.
Alright, so Drax, you can give yourself 50 glory for seeing the round table early.
All right. Interesting.
Cool.
Exciting.
Yes.
Okay, so I know, right? As Orange said, is what the hell is the round table doing in an Arthurian story?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, welcome in, Yampa. We did a quick check-in with everyone at the feast just to see what they remembered because we kind of ended on the feast last time, and I didn't get a chance to do my normal review that I normally do on Fridays. So, do you remember what your highlights were from the last feast? It's okay if not. I think you had a shitty feast.
Yeah, the Lord of Feasts didn't have a good feast
No,
last time.
it was like an abnormally not good feast.
Yeah,
For you.
He
it
was
was bad.
That insult is a good sign right there. Yeah.
Nah, it wasn't
So-
good. It wasn't good.
Okay.
Didn't you get hot gossip though?
Yeah, actually, yeah. I don't remember what I was doing with that though.
I want to check in. So the time before that was all the wackiness in the woods that you guys experienced. Is there anything during the downtime, not during the heat of the battle, is there anything you guys want to do or address with that, either amongst yourselves or with the NPCs that are here?
I would probably ask Pellinor what he thinks of hiking Nanteleod.
Yeah, good point. One sec. You know, I got his perfect answer. He's like, he seems good at it as far as a king of feasting, but I think a true king must be able to do two things: battle and hunt.
Well, I cannot speak to his hunting quite so much, but the man's never lost a battle, so I think that you'll be certainly impressed with his prowess. There should be one to come. I believe that's why we're here, is it not?
Well, I suppose we'll find out soon. I intend to ride with you to Norgales.
Will you just? Amazing. Will you be keeping your name as it stands now, or will you declare yourself, as it were?
I wish to see what my brothers have done, the mistakes they've made without me.
See. Well, you get a close-up view. I'm sure of it. I look forward to it.
As do I. Alright, gang. Anything else anyone wants to do in this area before we start marching into battle?
I think Lucius would say goodbye to the lady Gwen, but beyond that, nothing.
Actually, Carlos will try and get a letter written and sent to who was it? I have a more Lady Helly
Mm-hmm.
about like what's about to happen, so on. Almost like a love letter /
Yeah,
what's
like
going on.
the war the
Dear
soldier.
John.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, wow,
yeah,
really?
I love it. Yeah. Okay, so are you intending this with any given rider, or are you entrusting this with someone specific to ride for you? Being aware that if you send your squire, you won't have your squire.
And, I know I have some brothers. Would they technically be my household knights, or would they be
Um,
under King
we
Nanteleod?
haven't established that. They would typically, your household knights were not knights of Nanteleod. They would have been like probably mercenary knights, unless you had another family member who was a household knight, or sorry, who was a vassal knight. So
Not me.
they would have been basically unlanded knights, like trying to prove themselves. So I think they would be your household knights now. So you raised your family, is what you did, right?
Yeah. I'll send the youngest one, Edward, with the
Okay.
letter, since I don't think he's ready for battle yet. So, here's his letter. And if you come back in time, then all right, maybe you'll get to see a battle.
Oh boy, he's gonna have some fun
Oh,
in
no.
Forest Savage, but he'll find his way eventually.
Missing pieces, probably.
No, he'll come back like 20. He'll come back 10 years after Arthur's been made king as this like grown man going, huh?
Right. Okay. I wanted to update on one other piece here that we've talked about a bit, which is we talked about we joke about Powys because of the place called Rune or whatever. Just so you know, Powys was traditionally Escavalon Powys, like most of Wales, was traditionally like Vortigern's land, right? That's Duke Vortigern, like he was Dux Vortigern before he was King Vortigern. When he had his sons, he had 2 that were landed and a third that never quite got there. There was Vortimer, Categern, and Heshent. And then later, rumor has it that there's a Saxon named Cerdic who claims to also be from the loins of Vortigern. The lands of Powys were Categern's lands, the second son of Vortigern, who also rebelled against his one. Anyways, a little bit of an aside. I just thought I'd note that the value of the land, or like what it is. Your land to the north here, Pendragon, that was one of the lands that was traditionally seen as a land of the north until Uther said, "Wait, you didn't vote for me as a high king," and then Pendragon was conquered, and they became part of Logris. So, yeah. All right, so off you guys go from Carohage into Norgale.
Oh no.
And we're gonna do one more test along the way just to see if anything fun happens here. Don't worry, you're out of Forest Splash, so we're not gonna do any loss in the forest
Lord.
work.
For now.
Yeah, we'll instead give you all energetic tests. See how you're dealing with all this travel. Rain, I'm gonna suggest a -3 for you.
I agree.
Success.
You're rolling even though if we're famous? I'm happy to roll anyway.
Yeah, it's just it doesn't mean you're like gonna
Yeah.
collapse or something. It's more you have.
Rain's good.
I think
And he's
Paulus,
actually conserving his charger and riding his personal courser instead.
Plus, you just find yourself particularly like kind of like parched and just not feeling like you're not your usual self as you're traveling. You just feel a little more worn and tired. Feel like you're never getting a good sleep while you're on the road, that sort of thing. And then I'll get the E100 from Yampa, E100 from Trey.
2.
I'd like to make sure that that Callus always has enough water. Like, I will walk beside him since I don't have a charger.
Okay.
And, here you go. You look a little thirsty.
Right?
Wait, do you not have a courser?
Oh, I've got, 2 Ronces and a Sumpter.
I'll let Cormac ride my courser.
Okay.
Oh, good. But thank you.
You sure?
Clearly, he's politely declining.
I have plenty of horses.
Wow.
Yeah.
I will take the spare.
I have a spare Rancy.
I take my courser. I can ride roundsies around.
Yeah, I'll take the courser. But thank you, cousin. I appreciate you greatly.
And you too, cousin. As much as I enjoy seeing you stumping through the mud down there, it's, well, not exactly the friendly thing to do to leave you.
I mean, I'm keeping up with the rest of y'all. I'm
see
keeping up
you
with y'all.
even. Big old boy like that can't be too easy stomping through the mud all day. Come on.
At this point, someone rides up beside Rune. Rune, give me a quick awareness test. See if you're recognize that this person's. Yeah. Yep, sure enough. You see Sir Justin ride up alongside you. And he kind of turns to you and he's like, "Oh, Sir Rune." He's like, "I didn't recognize you. You must be bulking for the upcoming battle. Unless, of course, that's just too many butter tarts."
Oh! Hold up.
Callus will stifle a snicker.
Like,
Also, just
Cormac will look back.
Also, Justin, at least I'm bulking. You're looking mighty thinner than before.
Of course. Well, need to be ready on a horse, given the first charge and all. I plan to ride at the forefront of the vanguard. Be the first
That
into battle.
frailty, I'm afraid that you might fall off, break a bone or two. Maybe you should get those butter runs.
Oh, I
Yes,
don't
no, you're
fall
not needed
off
the
my
vanguard.
horse. In fact, what do you say the two of us ride to that bend over there? He says,
Sure.
He says,
What's the worst that can happen?
he says, last one there has to clean the other's clothes for a week.
Done.
All right.
Hold up.
I'm gonna impassion
How
myself with
much
honor.
do I love this man?
I'm gonna impassion myself with honor.
Passion on honor. Yeah, of course.
Let's see it.
Oh, yeah.
Shit!
Oh,
It's
yes.
on. Yeah. It's
Oh
on.
snap!
Yeah. All right. When you are ready, sir, you with an 18. First off, that goes to a 19 now automatically. You get 18 glory, and you may add a plus 10, not a plus 5.
Lucius is quietly rooting for Sir Justin. He's just so dreamy.
I hate you so much.
Justin legit talking shit? Now, Cormac's like, hold up there.
You're gonna crash
Oh,
on this
nice.
one. Yeah, you get him.
Holy shit.
You guys have never seen Sir Rune ride as fast and as hard as he does through this.
He didn't have
It's-
proper motivation until now.
Yeah, Yeah, it's pretty impressive. Enough for like a lot of the knights here to cheer and whistle. I think Sir Justin's caught off guard a little bit. I'm gonna see how he responds to this.
I mean, that's
Joel.
dual crit.
He's like he smiles at the end, forces a smile, and he says, "Well, very well. You got me this time."
That's the second time in a row. I'll have my squire send you my clothes.
Excellent. Look forward to it.
Sir Rain just has a smirk on his face as watching all this go down.
He looks forward to it.
So
Yeah, it's
So
definitely he's full of shit. 100%.
is boisterously like just 100% in Rune's corner the entire race. Probably the loudest one out there.
Yeah. He says, "Well, the victor of the tourney can't be good at everything."
Like horse racing or table games.
Indeed. I leave the rest for the battlefield.
Well, horsemanship is a big thing on the battlefield, for a knight at least.
Indeed, it is.
Oh, what's that?
We'll have our next race on the Vanguard. Then.
I
At the
look
first
forward to
charge.
it.
All right. All right, good sirs. We are going to make our way into the City of Legion. City of Legions? Let me check. Come on, slow computer. City of Legions. It's an old walled Roman city. Not quite as extravagant as some of the others. Someone, I just want to contested roll here. Can someone roll a d6 versus my d6? Probably. Find out if you hear it at the same time or not.
I got it.
Yep, same time. Okay. As you guys are arriving, you see another, certainly smaller than you guys, but another contingent seems to be arriving from the north. They have two banners. One of the banners is the same banner that you saw in Nanteleod, Pelennor. It was his coat of arms that he was wielding. He no longer is, right? He's wielding a blank shield now. But they seem to be arriving, I guess it might be confusing to you because they're arriving from the north. It doesn't seem like they're arriving from Norgales. They seem to be arriving from elsewhere.
What the hell's going on here then? And I know I say what the hell, but I don't believe in it. He shoots a glance at Cormac. Do you want to do anything with them?
I guess would it be improper for Lucius to ride up and establish contact? Hello, we're a contingent of
Stop it.
delegates.
Just piss on his
I
horse.
mean,
Yeah.
Cormac's willing to do it. He's gonna ride up there.
If it's not faux pas, then Lucius would ride up and say hello, since they're flying the colors of one of our allies.
Yeah, so you can do two things. So you're riding to the town, which certainly has a garrison, or city, which certainly has a garrison in and of itself. Or you could kind of ride to the other side of the city and meet the other army that seems to be being welcomed in from the north gate.
Yeah, let's go meet the other army. Yeah, cool.
Okay. Sounds like Lucius and Cormac.
I'll go as well. I'm not one to sit behind.
Okay.
Sure, Sir Rain will go too. Swords and Nanteleod and all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sir Carlos will go. I think he heard something during the feast that we were supposed to get reinforcements or something like that, or join up with somebody.
I don't know.
Well, that'd be
Rune will
nice.
tag along. Rune will tag along.
I mean, given our track record, they could be ghosts.
And that's why I'm
I'm just
here.
saying, like, given our
That's
track
the
record,
last
of
thing we need.
ghosts, like, if Lucius is the one speaking, he's gonna ask, like, hey, you have to tell me if you're a ghost or not. You can't say that you're not a ghost and you're really a ghost. We've been through the forest. You have to tell me.
There's
Those
no
are the
keeping
rules, right,
it
Sir
from us
Twitter?
this time. All right.
It's like if you're a cop, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Give me 1 sec, guys.
You know,
Gotta transfer.
you can't just give us a signet ring and disappear into mist.
We've had enough of that nonsense. Everyone's looking at you like you're crazy as you talk about.
Yeah, of course. I
And
think people
I'm-
probably used to it from Good Ear and his seal girlfriend.
It's like, what? You guys haven't heard of this too?
I'm
Yeah.
and when he says that, I tuck the ring even further away.
All right.
I mean, nah. Rune has 19 honor now, so he's not tucking anything away.
Rune
Yeah.
doesn't have the ring.
Rune's just dick out riding to war. Loves it.
God damn.
He just be Sir Justin, his rival. You know, are they
Humble
more
him.
than rivals? You know, who knows?
That's my
About
modest.
time
I'm
you
actually
did
well.
something.
My modest is famous too, so I guess I'll be there. I'm not hiding anything, but I'm not overtly, you know, like boasting about it.
We got to start a gambling ring on their contest.
I'm not hiding anything, and I'm overtly boasting about it.
I'm honorable, but I'm deceitful 10. I'm not known for my honor, and I've got deceitful 10, so I'm hiding it.
Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, just beaming.
1 sec.
Everyone's trying to be cool, and Lucy's just like, "Hello, hey, how's it going?"
Oh no, I'm going with you, saying, "Hey, how's it going?"
I'm just running by, staying quiet.
I am at no point proud.
Me neither.
No?
If it were
Carlos is.
possible, I'd be negative proud.
I'm not proud either, but I feel like with my famous intrigue, I feel like I'd rather stay in the back listening to things and gathering info. Gathering info.
Stalk in the back, mysteriously.
The Nanteleod's Dread Knight. That's me.
Uh-huh.
Hey,
Gotta sell
hey,
your
Rune,
team
I just
first.
realized something.
What?
I'm stronger than your horse.
That's just a rouncy.
He's just some baby.
I mean, not a rouncy, a courser.
Maybe a courser.
Yeah, it's a courser, not a rouncy.
Yeah.
So this contingent that you guys ride up to, they have 2 banners. One of them, I won't provide the detail on for now because I haven't quite landed on what I want it to be yet. But the other one is the same banner as Pelennor, that Pelennor had before when you guys first met him, and his shield is Pellennor's shield, or rather the same coat of arms as Pelennor. That would suggest that he's kin of Pelennor, and still identifies as such, even though he rides under a banner of a foreign folk. Let's start with a heraldry roll -5. I'm sorry, that's probably going to suck for most of you, but that's because this banner that they're flying under is obscure. So
If it takes us under 1,
you still roll against 1.
okay.
What about a diplomacy?
Nope.
Nope. I
What about sword?
Absolutely.
I know exactly who that is. I'm confident. Cormac and I, we both know.
know exactly who that is.
Holy
Pick
shit! I
heraldry.
thought Uther was dead.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
What are you
What
talking
What the hell
about,
is he
Uther?
doing here?
Call us.
That's
You can take.
literally.
You can take heraldry,
Oh, nice.
and you recognize. We'll give you, just because you succeeded at that, we'll give you a recognize roll +2. See if you know who this is.
So I don't think I'll pass this one. Oh, just
Almost.
So close. You're like,
Plus 3
okay,
for
you
the
know
cool guy.
this is the king of a petty kingdom in the north, on the northwest shore called Listeness. And this is the king of Listeness. You don't know who the king is. You don't know him by name. But you remember hearing that the princess of Listeness was to marry a foreign king, a foreign knight, and be raised to a king. That must be this man.
Well, Sir Carlos will let the rest of the group know that we're riding towards another kingly entourage.
Of course, it's another kingly under. That's King Uther. We all know that heraldry anywhere.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I would literally recognize that anywhere.
I thought
This
his
is-
son was killed.
This is
he
the
was
sixth
killed.
king I've met.
What are you going on about?
Wait, is this?
Uther?
Wait, hold up. I think there was a rumor. He had two sons, right? One that got
I don't
kidnapped,
know.
and one that got killed.
This is Uther's kidnapped son, is it? That
No,
must
Exactly.
be.
Exactly. That's what it must be.
We're
It is
allied with
not.
Uther's kidnapped son. What was his name, Cormac? Was it
Why would the
Stephen
kidnapped son
or
be
something?
a king now? Wait, what? How does one go from being kidnapped to being a king?
Because it doesn't happen. This
I
is the
bet-
king of
I bet
Leon.
I know. All I
Shush,
do
Wallace.
know is that this is
You're
what's
defending
happened.
it. It was kidnapped by Merlin, I think, and then thus he must have been given a kingdom because Merlin does that to people. I hear.
Who the hell is
And now
Merlin?
he's back.
How do you not know about Merlin?
Since Cyberbro mentioned this whole thing, like kind of as everyone's talking, I think Lucius, your energetics are a high one, right? Isn't that what it is?
Yep.
Yeah. So you guys kind of look back and you see Lucius never stopped. He still continued to meet them as you guys slow down. He's like, yeah. So Lucius, you're gonna have the
Randomly,
first opportunity
Lucius,
to.
he just looks at them talking like that. And he's just shaking his head because he has no idea, and he's just like, "I'm just gonna go." This young
Ah, shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lucius is riding up. I guess he comes within, a safe range. You don't just ride up on another knight.
Mm-hmm.
Hail and well met, fellow knights. I'm Lucius Julius Julianus, household knight of King Nanteleod. With whom do I have the pleasure of meeting this day?
He looks to you and he smiles and he says, Sir Lucius Julius Julianus, well met. I've heard many good things about King Nanteleod. And I see that King Leo de Grance is here as well.
Yes, both of them are here. We're here for the muster, which I assume that you all are here for also.
Indeed, so. And I'm happy to call these kings that you ride with our allies, at least, for this battle. I am King Pellis of Listeness, brother of our absent king, Pellinor. Oop, that fucked up.
Is Pellinor with us? Is Pellinor
Wait,
with
does
us?
that mean Pellinor is Uther's son? That doesn't make any sense.
Wait, what?
They're the same age, aren't they?
Is
I
Pellinor
don't
with
think
us?
they're the same age, but
Did he come with us?
He's with the.
Pellinor's with
like,
you, is still not as
army.
Pellinor, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well met, Your Grace. My king, Nanteleod, as well as Leo de Grance are in the city, and I kind of explain where the kings are going to be meeting. Should you wish to seek them out, that's where they'll be. I can ride with you there if you so choose.
That will be well and good. You're just arriving as well?
Yes, we are just arriving as well.
I see. Let us go towards the center of the city. I wish to see if how fares my brother Lamorak.
Yes. Well,
He
let
looks
us
a lot
go.
more like Pellinor than he does Uther, which is weird.
yeah.
Because he's kin Pellinor, held by his coat of arms.
and then I'll introduce the other swords and Nanteleod as we pass them, holding up 6 fingers for all 6 kings I've met. Like since third year, like I've met 6 kings now.
6 now. Are you Uther's son, King of Listinus?
Oh, jeez.
I hit.
Yeah.
Like my arm reaches out and hits Gwydir. You don't ask a man that.
I'm
He
curious.
laughs at
I'm curious to see how Julius introduces each one of us.
Okay, gotcha.
that. You wanna-
Actually,
That
that'd be
not-
kind of.
Okay, sick. So we'll start. This is our Cormac. He's the breaker of chains. Literally, and this is a true story. We were in the dark forest, and there was a fairy inside of a cage.
Lucius, he's a king. He's a very busy man.
Abbreviated version. He broke the chains and released the fairy woman with the strength of Sir Thomas Aquinas. This is Sir Gwydir. I think he's married to a mermaid.
Don't just Blood, Lucius, champion
That's
of
what he claimed.
Summerland.
He's also the champion of Summerland. I actually met their
Defeater
king,
of the
King Cat.
Breckinok. Taker of Menevia single-handedly.
He did all of that.
He did take Menevia single-handedly. That part's true. But he certainly didn't marry a mermaid or anything.
I'm not married, but she... Hello, King of Listinus. I'm sorry for my stupid friends. They thought you were Uther's son, which is stupid, obviously.
he something Lucius said, he seems to like nod very respectfully to. When they mention Gwydir took Menevia, it's a very different look. It's a look of disdain towards Gwydir.
Makes sense.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah, we're still on the fence regarding how good that was.
Yeah.
This is Sir Rain, the Dog Knight.
He probably looks like it right now because he hasn't had time to bathe yet. So yeah, Sir Rain
Awesome.
just kind of nods and he's introduced.
I just want to I want to joke about the irony of this because this man was knighted by Drax's other character.
Yep, Sir Varus. Yeah.
I really?
During one of the scenes.
Yes. That's
Yeah.
why I was like grinning when we started going this way because it's just like, yeah, I remember these guys.
Yeah, so to be introduced as the Dog
Yeah.
Knight with this character is pretty amazing. Sorry,
Yeah,
continue.
it's pretty cool.
All right. This is the room. He has high intrigue.
He's a spy.
He's a spy.
He just announces that to the foreign powers.
I'm sorry.
He's a spy. He's like, look at it. Yeah.
Don't usually let Lucius talk, Your Grace.
I know.
You guys shouldn't have let me go forward, man. Like you shouldn't have let me go forward.
He
Why
smiles
did
and
you find
says,
out who?
I love it.
Sir Rain's gonna let the young guy do young guy things, man. He ain't gonna judge.
You know?
Are you calling me old, Serene? I'm not old.
Sarun is just going to like lift an eyebrow towards Julius as he introduces him. Like, there's so many other things.
He's also a fantastic swordsman.
Great swordsman. Good with the dagger. Watch out.
I'm horrible with a dagger. I'm horrible
I
with a
didn't say the
dagger.
last one. I'm messing around. That's too much.
Oh, the
That's too much.
irony of that.
When you mentioned
Our
like,
knight.
the intrigue part, he smiles, and he says,
I didn't get to Sarkalis.
"Oh, yeah, do that too, please."
And this is Sarkalis. He's a forester, head forester. He is supreme forester of all of our lands.
No,
No
that's Rain.
foresters
Rain
allowed.
is the forester.
Supreme
Calls
Forester.
him
He's like,
point
"I'm
at Sir
mighty
Rain.
forester."
That's the
Rain's the
high
forester.
forester. I'm a duelist.
No, he's a duelist. My apologies. I'm Lucius. I'm energetic.
I'm
This is
an idiot.
He's as a duelist. My absent brother would be quite pleased to meet you then, given that he too was always known for his interest in such things.
Oh well, I'll have to meet your brother, but you said he was absent, did you not?
Yes, I believe they call him the King of No Land in mockery, because his absence has very much been blamed for the outcome of this land. I personally don't hold such a grudge against him.
Sounds rude. He's probably busy.
Mayhap he'll turn up someday.
Wait,
My condolences for your loss.
hold on a second. Which one are you talking about, please, Your Grace?
Pellinor is his name.
Oh, he. Wait. Hold on.
Can I elbow with you real quick?
Yep.
Ow.
Coughing loudly.
He just looks at you and he says, we were, I was just talking with Sir Lucius Julianus here, and we were going to ride in towards the center of the city and see if we could find my brother Lamorak. Like to join me?
Lamorak, yes.
I'm
that
sure
was the
we'd
one
be
I was
honored.
thinking of.
It'd be quite the
course.
honor. Thank you.
You can
And then
all
as
do
we're
a
riding in, I'm
recognize-
explaining the. Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
sorry. Give me a recognize roll on the name Lamorak too, by the way.
Isn't he?
All of us?
We met him in court down in Estragales, didn't we? At Carmarthen or something? We've met him before. Wasn't he annoying at a feast, Lamorak? He squired to somebody.
Lack.
No, that was
Sir Lack.
You guys didn't.
Oh,
like
Sir
that.
Lack.
Yeah.
Different guy. Nah, I'm pretty sure. it was him.
Although I do want to, fall back to riding beside Rune and going, what's everybody talking about? Why is everybody shushing him about Sir Pellinor?
Oh, he was busy
What?
praying.
Oh, all right. Wait, well, he's not there. Well, he wasn't there, right? I think he was,
Nah,
just trust me, Cormac. We'll go about it at some other point. Just don't worry
You
about it.
say trust you? You have my trust.
So, Runin and Lucius, you both recognize the name Lamorak. It's been mentioned a few times in rumors in chat and such gossip, probably in Leo de Grance's court. He is the eldest living brother of Pellinor and the one in charge who's kind of been in charge here in Norgales. So a lot of people blame him for this state of things. Like those that don't blame Pellinor and blame the guy who's been left holding the stick.
yeah.
But otherwise, he's got a reputation as like a nearly famous knight. He's a very respected knight.
It's an honor to be in your presence.
No, that was
Yeah.
Lamorak, not this guy.
Oh,
Not
never mind.
not Pellis. But he does when he announced himself as King Pellis of Lissiness. He says, "Son of King Pelham, the late King Pelham of Norgales and Gomerith." Right. You make your way into the center of town. This is a mighty force, guys. If you look at the various armies, the garrison isn't massive, but it's quite strong. You have about 100 knights coming from Lissiness, and then you have your massive shared legion that's coming from the entirety of Escavalon, which includes Estragales. Sir Locke is at the front of that retinue, right, from Estragales. And then you have the about 100 knights or so from Cameliard as well. Quite the big turnout. I don't know if you guys have. You probably wouldn't have, because none of you were old enough to have ridden through any of Uther's wars, right? Like your father did, but not you guys. So this is the biggest war you guys have fought in. Like this is the biggest force you guys have rode beside. This is an actual war. Like,
I hate to see whoever's on the other side. Who's going to resist this? So many knights. The thunder of the charge. Oh, My blood boils. I'm so excited just thinking of it. Oh, boys. Can you wait?
So Rain is pretty much just like, yeah, he's excited. He's amped up himself too. He's having a hard time sitting still right now. Yeah, anticipation.
Cormac is not like them. Cormac is sort of dreading what's coming.
Maroon is a religious knight, but he's also famously energetic. So I say that he is pacing, nervous, but excited at the same time, if that makes sense.
When you
That
say
was my justification for Sir Rain.
Well, Cercalis is a true knight, so he's happy to be on the march, and definitely is with Sir Gwydir. We'll crush them into the dust. That's what we'll do.
Yeah, Lucius is excited to see his first war, see maybe a siege. Unfortunately, I don't have my salt, so this is we're already fighting from disadvantage.
Good ear fist bumps, Corliss. Be good to fight
Might makes
outside
right.
the goddamn mountain again. Rhiannon's not blessing these whole mountain war things. Gotta be out in the field, hair flowing in the wind, slamming your lance down into some poor sod.
And hopefully we'll rout their army, and then there'll be enough glory for everyone.
Maybe I'll find myself another church. They seem to just leave all the treasure in there as if God's going to protect it. It's dumb. I love it.
I hope we'll be able to participate in this looting.
Have I read
Right.
the Latin on Sir Gwydir's sword?
I don't know. How often does he bear it?
Good question.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Well,
It would be
it's
drawn right now, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Is it even the kind of sword that can be sheathed?
Probably not if it's a two-handed sword.
Yeah.
Probably
I
got a
imagine-
little weapon strap or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Something slung on his
Looking
back
like
or
a
on the side of his
Highlander.
horse, maybe.
Mhm.
There must be something, right, just to protect the steel from rust. It'd be like an oiled something, right?
Two-handed
Yeah,
sword still has.
They do have they do. They're just they're not as common. Yeah,
You probably have some
they
kind
do
of wrap,
have them though.
like some kind of wrap to keep it from the elements versus a actual sheath.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
I'm just waiting for the opportunity to look at Cormac and say, it doesn't say Rhiannon on there. It doesn't say that.
I have to make sure my cousin is safe. The best way to do that is to impeach upon his behalf.
Okay. All right.
Doesn't help him much if he's boasting about burning down churches, fucking temples.
He's not gonna be burning down temples.
Sir Rain's just shaking his head because he knows that's not true.
He's certain about
Cercalis,
that temple, yeah.
Sir Gwydir and Cercalis are talking about looting.
I heard my
church.
name. What are you saying over there?
We're saying that you should have taken a bath last night because gods do you fucking reek.
You're just afraid of the smell of a man, Lucius.
What? I didn't say anything.
You took your horse last night?
Deflect everything to Lucius.
I'm like, what did I like? What?
He's the young guy. He's the fall guy for everything.
You know what you did, Lucius. You didn't stand up for me when you had the chance. I thought we
What?
were friends.
I told the king of your amazing exploits and your mermaid marriage.
After everything I did for you, I should have never.
Oh.
You know what you should never have done? You should never have smeared all that manure on your armor.
Whatever it takes to win, cousin.
Yeah.
Distract him for a second.
Put them back in the ranks.
Sorted.
We don't want to smell you. Get downwind.
Yeah. and Rune will look at Collis as he passes by. It's like, you do best if you go take a shower yourself. You've been too close with him, cousin.
We're gonna get a D100 roll this time from Cyberbro and Yampa.
All right, big bucks. No
Get 100.
dice.
Get 100.
Something
Roll high.
catastrophic,
Horrible.
please.
Horrible.
Oh,
Need some
sick.
drama.
Please, we need a miracle. Need a miracle.
We're about to have a war in a second. We don't need heaps of drama.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
We need a catastrophic, just
All of the horrible
battlefield
things.
situation.
It turns out the other army's just ghosts coming over the mountain.
This ain't no Lord of the Rings shit.
Yeah. Huh. I told you they were ghosts.
I mean,
I
it
ain't afraid
could
of no
be.
ghosts.
Oh man, it's been a while.
Okay,
All right.
that is interesting.
Good or bad? Interesting is the question. Uh huh.
So you end up at like this is a giant meeting of some pretty important figures, and the kings end up kind of going sort of off together to chat. After a while, like the night, like there seems to be like some pre-celebration. Like people think this is gonna be pretty straightforward, given the sheer size of this muster. Like again, you guys haven't seen anything like this. This many knights riding together, probably about 800 knights in total, plus infantry, plus your marching common folk. So,
Cormac has Matic actually training at this time. In his full kit and everything, actively training. Because he is convinced this is gonna be terrible. We're gonna win, but this is going to be rough. Wars are always rough.
no, they're always fun. Nothing bad.
Yeah. Sir Rain would be doing something similar for his squire, because even though Sir Rain is so anxious and excited for the combat, it's not him he's worried about. It's the ones that he's responsible for. So he wants to make sure the kid's prepared just in case.
On that note,
Yeah, Caradoc. That's the squire's name.
right. So on that note, King Palace, as like the kings come back into things, it doesn't seem like things went into disarray or anything of the sort. King Palace approaches like the general audience of knights that are looming about. We can assume that a lot of you are there, and King Palace says, for those knights who are anxious, those lords who find themselves unsettled in this night before our war begins, I would like you to join me, should you wish it, in the chapel, where we will recite the Lord's Prayer. There's a lot so look, there are a lot of Christian knights, but like kind of not really. You know what I mean? Like there are a lot of knights with crosses and they do the thing, but the idea of spending the evening in the chapel and Lord's Prayer with King Palace isn't exactly on their forefront. Nevertheless, Nanteleod steps forward. You haven't known him to be a highly spiritual king, but he'll step forward and say, and accept the offer, as will Leo de Grants.
Sir Rain absolutely would, and he would actually look at his squire as well to see if the squire will do so on his own accord, or if he chooses otherwise. He will not press the matter, however.
No, I think if you do it, he'll follow you just instinctively.
Okay.
Cormac's the same.
I will leave it to the dice. I'm going with the kings.
Well, I'm going just because Nanteleod is. I'm not particularly interested in what's going on, but I'm curious at least. So let us go have a look, and we'll.
Are there like? I'm assuming there's Christian knights and there's still some pagan knights. Is there like druids and stuff in the city?
Not as obvious in this city, but you know that Pelennor most certainly doesn't come off as a strong Christian knight, even if he is Christian, and you know that a lot of these northern folk are in fact pagan. So pagan presence is pretty strong up here, but maybe not within the walled Roman city as much.
Sir Carlos will probably try to find some type of pagan outing to sort of pay his like respects on the eve of battle.
Love it.
Oh
I
man.
think
What is
that makes
Goodyear
sense. I
doing?
think that's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's why he's going to the Christian thing, because he's not like he's never really been particularly pagan. He doesn't really know what, he just isn't Christian. But I think he's curious about what's, I think he's just there because his king's there and he just wants to see what's going on. So I think unless somebody makes him unwelcome, I think he's just gonna, rock up. I think he'll probably with a crit on worldly. I think he'll probably faux pas in some way as he leaves when he gets bored, like interrupt something important and just being like boring and just like
Oh, fuck.
go outside.
Is the service in Latin?
No. So that'll be kind of probably a disappointment to you. What? Sorry, I think they all speak Latin. Is how this goes, if I remember correctly.
Well, because it should be like British Christian.
This
So
is a
I
British
guess-
Christian led thing. Actually, make an intrigue test for me, Lucy.
Okay, 1 second. I have to reload my Microsoft Edge. It's crapping out on me.
Oh, I'm
1
sorry.
second. No problem. I'll be back in Jiffy. We're loading up. Pendragon.
Hippie.
All right, sorry about this, everybody.
No.
You're
Oh,
not
good.
forgiven.
You can be forgiven.
I now need a duel.
Okay, what's the roll? Intrigue.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, so close.
Ah,
You I guess you don't pick up on the detail, but it seems that you find yourself pleasantly surprised, like when you find out it's like kind of a bit British Christian led. You're disappointed, to say the least. But the ceremony seems to be in no way you've encountered British Christian ceremonies that have rubbed you the wrong way. This one doesn't. It seems to, so you're not going to pick up on the intricacies of Hellas being very careful to find the middle ground between Roman and British Christians, right? By things like the Lord's Prayer, things that they'll the commonalities, right? He chooses them carefully. You don't pick up on that intricacy, but you find yourself like, oh, that was pleasant. Like I have no problem.
yeah. I mean, it wasn't in Latin, but that's okay. Like everyone doesn't speak Latin. I get it. We all can't be Roman, unfortunately.
You may all roll like just a straight spiritual test.
This is when the ghosts show up.
Lucius, didn't I have to speak Latin for you the last time?
I'm guessing not me, or should I roll anyway?
I
think
practiced
being
since then.
Yeah.
Let's see if I'm the only one that passes.
Do you
I
want
pass.
Sir Carlos too?
Yeah, you pass.
We'll get to you in a second, Alice.
I passed.
Goodyear passes. Yes.
Hey, should I check it?
Well, you critted worldly though, didn't you? So it'd be
I crit
Yeah.
worldly earlier. Yeah.
But you passed spiritual. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna give you a tick on worldly rather than upping your worldly automatic.
Okay.
And then we'll give you roll a d6.
Both of us or just him?
Just him.
3.
We're gonna give you a directed trait.
Uh-huh.
related to forgiving, or I guess what would be non-judgmental?
Tolerance.
Yeah, I think you become a bit more. You're like, you don't what you see as really good camaraderie here. So you're like, I
Yeah.
don't really like the whole. You don't really care about the spiritual side one way or the other. But you're like, I get why they do this. Like you heard them all like in prayer together, and it's like there's a sense
Yeah.
of that being almost like a battle. It's like they're chanting something, and they're all on the same
Mm.
page. They're all this is like a good march, and you're like, and like you see something
Well,
worldly.
it's also
in
I'm a singer, right? So I
Yeah.
probably would have heard them singing and be like, oh, actually, that's kind of nice. I love that. I probably would have maybe started singing along just because I picked up the tune naturally, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like I'll go to church for fun nowadays. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
Guarantee you've heard the song before.
It's like,
yeah.
wait, they have wine in this ceremony?
Fine and singing.
I keep
I
telling you
have to
that.
drink it, guy.
Cormac, give me a D3. So yeah, just roll a D3 actually. Let's say make it roll a D6. Might as well just roll a D3. Do that.
3.
Okay, your spiritual goes up by 3. This is
Very nice.
a very unique situation.
Yeah.
Where it's just the sheer amount of knights here and the chanting, the amount of seriousness, and then the one who's kind of put this together, leading it, is also I think you pick up on Pellis being a very strong believer himself. Not quite you, but like very very strong. He has the Christian bonus, like that kind of thing.
Yeah. I don't even have that.
Yeah, but
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
but you pick up on him being one, and unlike like Rain, I guess you see it, his belief in it matches the traits too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
I check all the boxes, but when it comes to certain things, it's not the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Collis, you find your way to a grove that you heard that's just outside of the town, that is kind of meant for a prayer to the gods. It's an old hill fort site where the hill fort itself has been kind of removed, but the hill remains. I'm gonna give you an awareness roll as you go.
Nope.
All right, and we're gonna give you one more. Okay, awesome.
Nope.
You stumble into, like, you go around the bend, and then you start up the hill, and you're kind of going through. Again, everything's overgrown everywhere right now in the land. You kind of go around a bend, and you find yourself face to face with two figures. The man you know is Pellinor, and another knight. And what you hear is you kind of run into them, and they both turn and look at you. It's like it's too late. Like you didn't really. You those rolls are to see if you had a chance to eavesdrop a little bit, or chose to eavesdrop and fall back and listen. But what you kind of hear is, he says, "You know, my right is," or he says, "You know, my calling, brother, and the questing beast is not found. So until it is, Gladysint is my prey. This falls to you." And then with that, it's like, you're like, oh shit. And they kind of look at you, and you look back at them.
Oops.
Oh. I'm just trying to get to the grove.
Yeah. The other knight that's with Eleanor says, "Well met, Sir Knight. I'm Sir Lamorak."
And I am Sir Collis.
From which king do you serve?
King Nanteleod and Sir Lamrak.
He looks
That's
a little
the
older. Oh, that's weird. It didn't work. Oh, just forget I tried that. He looks a bit like an older version of Palace. They're not too far off in looks. Same sort of beard as well. A bit overgrown though. You can see like there's certainly some wear and tear on his face. Some of it's probably his actual age, and then kind of as you look at him a bit more, you're like, no, this man's just seen too much. Like, is the man who's been the president for too long.
Okay.
Makes sense.
You know how Obama entered and he looked like he was 30, and he came out he looked like he was 75, like that kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like you up age an extra 20 years. Lots of aging roles, right? Failed aging.
Yeah.
Probably a few shock rolls from
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah. And he looks pissed off and really disappointed. Roll an intrigue, actually. Let's see what you pick up on this.
3.
Yeah, there's a clear disdain for his brother here. Like his brother's actions. Like to suggest, I mean, you kind of you heard the name Gladysent before. You're putting together this is the beast that is apparently, facing the woods. For him to choose that over this kingdom that's falling apart, like, probably makes sense to you why someone would be pissed off about that.
Yeah.
Dracalis is pretty pragmatic. All right, with that, Lamrak will say, excuse me, continues on. Pelennor will look to you and sigh and continue up the hill alongside you. He's just like, brothers.
I understand. I have 2 of my own.
I used to have 3.
You don't have to say anything, but are you alright from that? It seems like you didn't part on the best of terms.
A fool will never understand. It's all right. I shouldn't expect him to. He was always the good son. Father saw that he could do no wrong. Even though he was very much my junior, I must admit I was jealous of it.
What did he request of you? I'm assuming, since that he now knows that his brother is alive, I'm assuming he asked you to come back.
He's been seeking me for some time, through his knights and through others. He wants me to come back. I know my kingdom wants me to come back. But this quest is at the root of my lineage. It's through my blood that it must be solved.
I don't think I follow. It's just a hunt, is it not?
It is the greatest of hunts. But I don't expect you to understand. Know that it is closer to this grove than you realize. The reason why I hunt this beast. For that, he kind of leaves it at that, and he'll go and actually kind of wander the grove. He's not here to pray. It seems to be very comfortable here. He seems to be reminiscing. I will give you a spiritual test though to see if you happen to find any sort of your own.
Nope.
No, it's pretty standard for you. I will give you a test on religion pagan as well. And actually, I should give all the rest of you minus Whittier. We won't let Whittier test that one. We'll give the rest of you a test on religion. Christian.
Nope.
If you get it, you take it.
Mine's already ticked.
Ditto.
Lastly, Collis, you can have 20 glory for over kind of speaking with Pelennor on such close terms and seeing the interaction between Lamorak and Pelennor.
All right.
All right, folks. Is there anything you want to do with the rest of that night? It's sort of the night before the march, as it is. Drax, another week will pass for anyone with damage pre-existing.
Okay.
Cool.
I think I'm okay. I don't need to do anything.
The
thought you
only
all
thing
were
that
full,
Sir
but
Rain
just
would.
in case.
Yeah, the only thing Sir Rain would be doing is getting cleaned up. Finally.
I mean, Sir Cormac would seek to speak with King Pellis and thank him for leading this service in such a way that it doesn't alienate people. Cormac has seen it happen time and time again, and this was much better than some he's seen. But that's about it.
We are here to march as one.
We are. All Christians are welcome in the kingdom of heaven.
That's such a good movie, the director's cut.
It is.
It is actually.
It really is.
It really is.
Alright.
Okay. Let's see. We are going to move to the next day. So the next morning, the armies are being readied. You find out the marching orders and the general situation. Actually, we should probably get battle tests for people to find out what's going on beyond their own marching orders. So anyone who passes will have the general view of things, and anyone who doesn't, at least is aware of their own situation.
Can I
Got him.
impassion myself with the Swords of Nanteleod?
I'm comfortable with that, yeah.
Alright. Dice roll. Critical.
Oh!
Hey!
Ooh,
Six.
nice.
Wow. You just turned to critical. You just turned to.
Yeah.
Turns to a 20 automatically.
20 on his. I tell you.
So you're
All right.
My
exalted, you
passion
have an
was loyalty
exalted
to the
passion,
Lord.
which means that anytime you succeed at it, you get a +10.
Okay, sick. Alright, and then submit. Yes.
Got him.
Got him.
Okay, so everyone who succeeded, here's what you know. The armies of Nanteleod are going to join the armies of Norgales and march west towards the hills where the Cadlus call home. Rumor has it that their armies are prepared to defend. But it sounds like this is likely to be like that the army of the Cadlus has come out of the hills to meet you. So it sounds like this will be
Ooh.
a true opportunity for those that wish to fight a battle that's not entirely a siege, right? The armies of Listines will march north to Pace and siege it. And the armies of Leo de Grants will march to Wilderspool and claim it. Who got? I'm gonna give this one to Collis just because he had the interactions from yesterday. You know that Pelennor. You see Pelennor specifically turn and ride away. Not away from the battle, but he moves into Leo de Grants' army.
Is it possible to catch him before, like,
Yep.
our group moves away?
He's kind of passing you. It's like a moment amongst the massive amount of cavalry that you have.
Carlos will just hail him. Are you not going to the battle with us?
My brother is to stay as a leader. He must win this war without me. There can be no sign of Pelennor in the main army. I will ride as you know me, under Leo de Grants' army, as a mercenary knight.
Well, I know I don't know you, but I think it would be good that your brother know at least that you were with him. You may not see eye to eye, but, brotherly love goes a long way, especially in times of strife. But I understand your decision. And if I don't see you again, he'll hold out his hand.
He'll extend it to you as well. And he'll say, if you think it will affect him that much, then perhaps you could share the news with him yourself. That I will ride and fight alongside Leo de Grants and Wilderspool.
I will give him the news.
All right, folks. We're going to zoom in. There is not enough time for a battle tonight, but we will have some real battling next time. We're going to have some waves of it, let's just say. So this will be a pretty epic one, I think. Just want to check in. We got about 6-7 minutes. Is there anything anyone wants to address as you start to march your way westward?
Yeah.
We'll go
Before marching out.
No, I'm okay.
Okay. I just heard your voice first. Go ahead, Bert.
Before marching out, Cormac would have written a couple of letters. One to Lady Nia, letting her know that he will be safe and that he wishes she is well. It doesn't come off as romantic so much as it comes off like caring. Like, not necessarily looking after her, but, caring about how she's doing and everything like that.
Okay. And who are you going to send this with?
I guess since I don't have very many, I don't have troops or anything like that under my command. I'm sending this with a messenger. In fact, I'm probably going to send both letters with the messenger.
I was going to send a letter as well with one of my squires, so he can be the one to take yours.
You guys are tight. I assume Cormac would be comfortable with that.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah, my message would have been a letter towards his wife and his 2 daughters. You know, just making sure.
Oh, look at that.
Last wishes kind of thing.
Hey.
He's not going to
Um,
get lost in the woods.
The second letter would be Cormac writing to Finnegan.
Finnegan's here. There's a page.
Why is he here? He's like,
He's a page.
oh,
Didn't
never
we
mind.
establish that? Or am I crazy?
No,
No.
He was a
we
page.
established it.
I don't know. I don't remember who he was a page to, but he was a page. Yeah.
Yeah, he was a page. It just was never. We never found
You
out.
know
That
what?
was
Who
good
he
Actually, his
was.
page might not actually be assigned to war. So that's
No.
Let's say he's back. Yeah. Okay. What does that letter say?
That letter is just asking him how he's doing.
Keep in mind, he's not likely to write back in this kind of scenario. So what would he probably wouldn't
Not
ask
what
better
he's doing.
questions.
It'd be more along the lines recounting to him the encounter he had against the Wild Hunt, giving him an update, and leaving the ring with him. It is his.
You're sending the ring back, or is it
Yes.
already there?
No, I'm sending the ring to him.
Okay. Okay.
God, that's risky.
We face another ghost in the woods. Like,
It's a
damn
bold
it.
move, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off. Right.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Well, I already confirmed that the messenger is going to make it. So lucky that way. Sounds good.
I do want to impress upon the messenger that God is watching him.
Is it like? Right.
Oh, isn't the messenger my second squire?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the squire. You know God's watching you.
Yeah. Your squire's not going to.
You well, and God will smile upon you.
Well, he's famously honest, so my second squire is at least.
Yeah. He'll go to confession first. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to verify, Lucius, I think we have your Moor already on your sheet. So I think her name was Lysandra, unless that's someone else.
I think that was the witch. Or the fairy, the spirit.
Right. That's right. Okay, so you do need a new Amor for your for the one you're courting. Please roll 3d6. Oh,
16.
Nice.
So you actually do care about her. So this is an Amor in this setting is a what's the word? Unconfirmed. A love not yet fulfilled. So no touching.
Unconsummated?
Yeah.
That's the word.
Yeah.
Unconsummated.
Unconsummated love. Think of it like so Lancelot with the whole scenario there had a more not love until. So all right. You guys make your way to the edge of the mountains, where the Cadlus are known to come from and call home. You see the site of the quite significant army of non-cavalry men. They do themselves have some cavalry. Their cavalry do not look equipped like yours. All in all, now that you've lost the knights of Cameliard and Listoness, this is much more of an even size battle. Though you have cavalrymen. So
I have something else to add that Rune would like to do.
okay.
He would have rode next to Justin and the Vanguard.
Okay. Lucius, do you have a squire?
Yes, Melon. We haven't rolled stats for it, but I have Melon on my character sheets.
No, there's usually not. It's just their age. Typically, sometimes we give them little funny stuff, but he's going
Yeah, he's
to.
16.
He pulls from his sack that he has. He says, "Sir Lucius."
Yes. Yes. Salt. You have salt?
I do.
Yes. Yes.
Certainly not going to salt the field, but he looks proud, so proud that he did this for you.
I put my hand on his shoulder and I say, the first one of these bastards that I slay, I'm going to salt them and let them know it came from you.
He beams.
You're going to assault some guy?
I'm going to salt them.
literally.
I'm going to assault them and then salt them.
All right,
Brilliant.
guys. I know it's a little bit shorter of an episode, just clocking in at right around the 2-hour mark here. But we're going to go ahead and wrap there. It's a nice clean spot. Hope you all had fun. Next time we pick up with some serious battle and we get to
Yes.
one last thing I will note. You will all have the opportunity, should you wish it, to be in the first charge.
Absolutely.
I want it.
Okay,
I
why
have
don't
to.
we
Right
test
next
if
to
you're in-
Justin.
If you want to do it, you have to test one of two things, or
Okay.
be famous in one of two things.
Okay.
Valorous or reckless.
Yeah, definitely famous in
I'm,
that.
I'm
at
famous and
17.
valorous.
I
Yeah.
am famous and
Famously
valorous.
valorous.
Yeah.
I only have a 15. Yeah.
I mean, and Rain would have to go anyways because both Justin's going and Rune.
Lucius, I would accept a test on your newly 20'd. If you want to impassion yourself for this, you can make the test because all your
Okay.
bros are. It sounds like all your bros are going. So
Critical.
Yeah, he just
Oh.
crit again. So,
Yeah. So yeah,
Jesus Christ.
that's
This is why we are the Swords of Nanteleod,
Yeah.
because we are literally the guys.
You just went up to 21 in that. Oh man, you're gonna be like
Twice in
maybe
one
next time.
session.
God forbid we ever fucking split as
Yeah.
Swords and Nanteleod.
Ah, dude.
Yeah,
We should
yeah,
work
pretty
on-
cool.
Have a complete meltdown.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll end with that. You can all put a tick in whichever one, reckless or valorous, that you're famous in.
Sure. I'll
Yeah.
take another point in that. Or a tick, I mean.
Ideally.
And then we will pick up with the first charge next time.
All right.
Amazing.
Yeah. Hope y'all have
This will be
fun.
fun.
Yeah, we're getting close to
More.
30 and stuff, obviously. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be a good time. All right, gang.
Cool.
We'll see you next time, and I'm back
Thanks
next
for
week. I'm
running.
gonna be away for a conference, but I'm back on Wednesday night, so it should be on
Very cool.
Friday. So,
I will have new brightly redded hair because I'm off for 2 weeks.
Nice, nice.
Amazing.
all right, gang.
Cool.
We don't have a massive following here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cut the stream and not raid out. But thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching.